Hey YouTube, this is Dr. LaKeisha J. As you can see, I am very sweaty. I just finished running the track, and today my day started out really interesting. It has really been a morning for me. For those of you who are following me, you know that I'm very serious about my training. I'm very serious about my eating habits. I really try to eat well, and I mean, like, to the point where it's just really, very strict. But my goal and my motivation in that for myself is that I really want to be healthy. I want to be strong. I want to be my best. And I know that just through study and experience that my eating habits and my workout routine is very much good and helpful in me being able to do things that I normally have done, but like at a much younger age. I just feel my best, mind, body, and spirit, like when I'm training and I'm working out and I'm eating well. I just seem to really be able to perform well, and I seem to be able to just feel good, look good, just be my strongest. Hold on, my husband needs me. But I just seem to be able to feel really good. I feel good in my body. I feel good in my mind, and it's just something I have to do. But this morning, I'm talking about early this morning, maybe about, what time was it? About 2 a.m. 2 a.m. this morning, something happened, and it really just put me in a position where, I just had to remind myself, see, this is why I really do my best to eat well and don't worry about what anyone thinks about it. You hear people, oftentimes when you're not eating healthy, people, they talk about how healthy and how you need to eat well and this and that, especially in my field, in health and wellness. It's a big deal, to really eat well and have balance. And when you're not eating well, it gets attention. And then when you eat well, you get picked at sometimes for that. Oh, she's eating like a bird, or oh, she's eating like a rabbit, or this and that. Yeah, my focus and my goal is to eat like a rabbit as often as I can. I eat a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables. I really have cut back a lot on cooked food because, as I stated in a video that I made a couple of months ago, when you cook your food, it does change the structure of the food. In some ways it's good depending on what you're eating, and in other ways, it takes away the nutrients from the food, and it becomes devalued. But I need to stop saying so much. I noticed it a lot. But I try to eat my best, and I have this fresh from the garden mentality where that is my focus. The less I cook my food and eat it fresh, the better, because I don't have to worry about trying to add salt and sugar and fat to make it taste great. I was watching an episode last night, one of my favorite episodes. There's so many of them that are my favorite, but from the Cosby Show, and it was when, I think the title of it is A Food for Thought, and it was when Cliff, was it Food for Thought? Yeah, for Cliff. And Cliff had an assignment by Claire Huxtable, his wife, to just go one day, eating, healthier, less salt, sugar, and fat. And it was the episode about him having polpetta from Cockroach's mom. But anyway, it reminded me of me. And say hey, baby. And so, but let me get back to the point. The point is, I always get on topic. I was brought to the attention, babe, you can at least wait till I put my seatbelt on. Of why I do what I do. Like, why I train so hard, why I eat the way that I eat, and try to get as much rest as I can. A lot of times I don't do things because I'm trying to work that into, an overall universal healthy living lifestyle. I try to avoid and leave out everything that it's just universally, it doesn't work for me. It may, make it more difficult for me to keep up my healthy eating habits, or just, natural behaviors that I don't need to indulge in, stuff like that. So, I would say I probably lost interest. That would probably be the best way to describe it, is that I lost interest. Not that it's not interesting, not that it's harmful or toxic for everybody, but it just may not work for me. And, once I really realized this morning what was going on with me, I had to get on the track and run it off. I had to run it off, like the stressful thinking and the in my head too much and all of that. I had to just run it out, because when I train, it really helps me stay grounded, and it just, whatever is going on with me, it just gets right. And so when I went out to the track today, my husband came with me, and as usual, I had him for recording purposes once I get going. But when I first started, it was just kind of warming up and everything. But my first run, of course, anybody who runs knows that's your best run. And my first run is my fastest. So I walked. I'm still learning about the meters and everything, because I say this to my husband all the time, but I'm saying it now, YouTube, that I have never run track. I never had track and field training. I never wore a pair of cleats. I've never been coached at all. And so everything that I'm doing, it just comes from really stuff that I did as a kid. How you used to run and race your, siblings or cousins or family members, friends, like on your dead end street, just running, racing. I used to race my boys, my two sons, and my husband on the dead end street. So I've never had any proper training. Everything I'm doing is just me, just doing this stuff. And so by the time my husband started recording me, I was already just about done. And, we're going to get it together, aren't we, honey? Yeah. It's like you just be sitting over there, and he doesn't mind because he's here. He just be sitting over there, chilling out. I'm running my butt off, literally and figuratively. I'm running my behind off. And then you just come in at the end, the very end, when it's time for us to go. I'm done. I'm burnt out. I'm ready to, go to the vehicle and get ready to go home. And it's like, okay, babe, let's go. What? Like, no, let's go home. Like, and see, he thinks it's funny and cute, and it's like, oh, come on, babe. But I'm like, at that point, I start getting a little attitude, because I'm like, I done ran, and I'm exhausted now. And you just getting the recording, so you ready to really start recording. Like, oh, babe, you doing good. You got to see what you're doing. I'm like, I thought you had, been recorded what I was doing. And, you hear him. Just, ooh, honey. Weird. But anyway, I did good. So, it's really nothing for me to upload, because I feel like it's not my best. And not that I would put my best on YouTube anyway. As a non-track athlete, just somebody who puts that in as part of my training, I'm exhausted and I'm drenched in sweat. But really, I just went to the track to let loose, because as I stated, my health and well-being is so important to me. Like, y'all, it's so important to me. And the fact that I had, or possibly, dealing with something right now, it's just like, what? Because everything that you do, every food you eat, every beverage you drink, every time you put something into your schedule that robs you of your rest, your sleep, your thoughts, and a positive mindset, all of that, years and decades of your life over time, anything that makes you cry or scream or just, it has effect on you. And you don't always see it. You can't always feel it. And that's why I don't wait until, something comes up on a health profile for me to start taking my health seriously. Like, I'm really serious about it, because you just never know. I can do anything to make myself unhealthy. So anything that I can do that's healthy, that I have the discipline to do, the self-control, I want to do. And I also want to inspire other people to do it. But I'm telling you, like, life is serious. And we worry so much about things that are not important, people that are not important, things that don't even really have nothing to do with us. And you worried and stressed about it. And next thing you know, 10, 20, 30, 40 years or so later, something goes on with you physically or mentally, and you're wondering, how did I get here? How did this happen? Where did it come from? And you just have to really do what you can as often as you can. And, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, please. But anyway, I will probably upload the recording that he did. Like I said, he got the very end. I don't know how many laps I really ran, but I'm telling you, I was running full force. And then, I'll walk it off and, sometimes do a little dancing and stuff, just to kind of let my body cool down from that. And then I'll get back to it. But when I do it, I'm serious. And, he's talking about my husband. He did run track, and he played football. He was a running back. Really, did well. I didn't get to see him when I met him. I was cheerleading. my senior year in high school, and he had already graduated. So, he was already like in the papers and everything a year before I really met him and knew who he was. So, he was doing really well. And, bottom line, he was an athlete. As I stated, when I was a child, I took gymnastics, and then I was cheerleading middle school, high school, and my first year of college, which half of that year I think I was sitting on the bleachers because I was sick. And really, I think that was just homesick. I was ready to go home, be with my boyfriend every weekend. Couldn't really focus on nothing. My lesson, cheerleading, nothing. But we ended up getting married. Look at that. But yeah, so I was just really predominantly in my older years, I was really just cheerleading. So the things that I'm doing now, it's like this is all just stuff that, came from childhood, just my interest, my desire, as I stated, to be strong and perform, competitively for myself. Like nobody, I'm not doing this for anything other than my health and well-being. And of course, it doesn't require all this. So what I'm doing, my training, it's just because I'm competitive with myself. And, um, I enjoy it. And I just try to share my YouTube only because, as I stated, I have written books of inspiration and self motivation. And I want people who want to see me and hear from me and be motivated and inspired, or, see, wow, this part of my life or that part of my life based on what they've read. I'm just sharing it. Like, this is nothing I have to do. I'm not doing it for money or anything. I'm just doing it really because in my heart, I want to be inspiring to people. And by inspiring others, it also inspires me. And the content, the fact that it'll be available for anybody, should they need it at any point in their life, that makes me feel good. Whether it's a training session or what else? Just a motivational speech or something. You just never know what you might need. And as I stated, when it comes to things coming from the heart, anybody can benefit. Like somebody who doesn't even like you, they can use content that's coming from your spirit, from a heart, healthy, loving place. And our spirits, I totally believe our spirits are the purest form of us, and they're always good. But our mind and our physical bodies make us feel like we don't always want to do the best thing. We don't always want to be the nicest people. We don't always want to do what's considered best or what's right. So I want to continue to be inspiring and motivating to those people who need it, and to those of you who may not need it today, but later on in life when, maybe you're at a level where you're taking your fitness to the next level, or you're just, trying to be a better person overall, and you're looking for content that's inspiring in different ways, then I'll have some content out there. But yeah, I am sweating, and I have definitely been pushing today. And I just want to send out an encouraging word really quickly for anybody who is just struggling today with anything. Maybe you received some bad news today and your day is not going that well. Also, just like me, something new has come into your life, and the last 24 hours of your life was totally different, and now your life may be changed forever. Like, and you just need a word of encouragement. I really just want to say that, every day is a new day, and every moment is a new moment. You know, give yourself time and space to let it out, whatever it is. If it's good or bad, or, you know, you need to cry or scream or, you know, get angry or whatever, you know, let it out. But try your best not to take it out on yourself or other people. Just, you know, maybe get to yourself and just let it out, and then, you know, come back and wipe your slate clean mentally, you know, in your mind, and just, you know, start over, start your day over, start, um, you know, that renewing mindset, start that over for the day, and just be inspired, be encouraged. Yes, I say it all the time. Be inspired, be encouraged. As often as you can, give love. As often as you can, as often as you feel it, give it. You know, because none of us are perfect, and you're never going to always have a perfect day every single day. You're not going to be nice every single day, all day, whatever. So when you are feeling good, and when you are nice, and when you are loving, then embrace that, and just let it, you know, fuel you. But I wish everyone a happy day. And for those of you who pray, you know, pray. Pray for your enemies, definitely. The people who hate you, who can't stand you, who don't want anything to do with you, who don't fool with you, who give you bad, you know, press, whatever. And pray for them with your heart, that, you know, all will be well with them, because if they change, the world will be a better place. You know, when all the haters can get that stuff out of them. And, you know, when all of us who have, like, you know, hard times, and when you can get that out of you, then, you know, it'll make the world a better place. So, and we all have it, everybody. So, yeah, pray for your enemies. Pray for the people who do love you and do care about you, and hope that you're well in your mind, body, and spirit. So, this is Dr. LaKeisha J. Cole from thefaithoutcome.com. Have a beautiful rest of your day. And I wish you all well, and love, peace, happiness, joy, goodness, forgiveness, wholeheartedness, total well-being, everything. Have a great day.